Hello my Asgardian Minecrafters and welcome back to another episode of Building with Thor. Let's build with Thor. And today we are on the Lord's World server in my old world where I used to do all of my building and recording actually. But up behind me, up there, that is what we're going to be building today. We are going to be learning how to build in survival, mind. We're going to be learning how to build these wonderful floating islands. So yes, not what's on them, mind, just the floating islands themselves. So if you want another video afterwards, let me know. Anyway, thank you so much for the support I've had on the last couple of videos and the likes. It is great to receive that kind of thing. And if you like this video, remember to please place a like. Anyway, let's move on to a test world and get started on this Let's Build. Well, here we are, in the shadow of the evil base castle thingamajoggery, the Thingadoodler, and a new project I'm working on, actually, the, I don't know, slightly more modern house. But what we need to do is take up a pillar, and you take this up, obviously, in survival mode, by just jumping and pillaring. So, jump up as far as you like. I suggest making it at least, like, 30 off the ground, really. 30 or 40 is probably best. You don't want to go much higher than that either, actually. So around here, whatever that was, maybe somebody else counted. But now, you're basically going to be making what is a kebab. You're going to be taking a kebab up from this point. So, as you can see, all I've got is very basic stuff. I've got some stone, so take a couple of stone up, maybe one there, like so, one up in the middle. And take it up until it's like a weird, and I'll just show you this from the side now, it's going to be a weird sort of cross. Now underneath you can do what you like as you're going up. I like to start mine, really I like to start them off two ways. So basically when I do come down I'm going to be taking away from about there. But this is your way up for now, so don't mess with it too much. And from there I want to falling. I want to carry on now going up. It needs to have sections of, so we'll go up by an out by one there, but we won't add those corners just yet. And round this side we're going to add mostly dirt until we get to this side, and then we'll flatten this off a little bit so that it's not a perfect circle well, not a perfect circle or a perfect cross anymore. And there you go. Now we've got what is starting to be a bit of a rock outcrop on this, and we carry on going up, maybe one, maybe two at a time, but always making it slightly wider and always basically making it taller. So you want to go up level by level. We'll just add one there so we won't be going any further wide, and we'll actually go straight up here. So there we'll have, and just so you can see it again, another little knobble coming out, and we'll come round this way. Obviously I do not mean for you guys to be going block for block on this. If you do, then fair enough, then you're very good at following instructions and can see exactly what I'm doing very quickly. But I don't expect that from anybody. What I'm trying to give you here is the skills to do this for yourself. Now I want to bring in this little bit of dirt so that it's coming over this bit of stone now. So we'll go up a little further, just do this little bit out of sync, and we'll do there, and that'll be, now we'll go in there, and this will now start to wrap over where the stone is. And in fact if we pull another one up here, like so, maybe out a little further over in this corner, just for a little bit of interest. We can bring up a couple of earth here. Perfect. And now let's just put those as the last two in this little stony outcrop, and there. Right, so now you can bring up the other side to this same sort of area, like so. But now we're going to be adding another little stony outcrop here. Let's say that let's say that that will do it. So now we can pull up everything else round here to the same point. There. Oh, let's jump down. Let's actually pull this out a little further as well. And before you know it, you're going to be ending up with a fairly wide sort of... well, it is an island. It's the same as an island, same as they'd look, I suppose, the top of them will, from one that you'll see in the sea. But this one is going to be flying, a flying island. So let's again round this area where that bit of stone is. We'll pull a little further around where it's actually this bit of dirt, take it out a little wider, and we'll see how far we are so far. Let's say that, yeah, this isn't come out very far at this side here. It's a bit flat. And then this little bit can also be taken out again. So let's have a look at this from a little way out now and see what we've got so far. Haha! So you can see we've got a nice mix of stone and dirt. We really need this to just be as big as you like. I mean, this little edge here, you can round things off there. But this isn't, I'd say, big enough to be an interesting island yet. What we need to do is go up and out until we've got a decent sized island. So let's do that now off camera. You've seen exactly what I'm doing, and I'll show you what it looks like when we are done. It's obviously worth saying that as you are building this island, ladders are a fantastic idea. So you're bringing this thing up like a big old kebab. When you come down here and you're thinking, oh God, you know, how am I going to get back up? The old water trick from the top, and then next time you get back up, you can just ladder your way all the way to the top, nice and easy. That's why you keep this pillar here anyway. So I won't bother putting all of that in, but what we have now is a fairly sizable island. It is fairly sizable. I always find that it is best to cap one of these off with the grass, and you can also bring that out a little way like you have been doing all the way up to this point. It doesn't have to go up by just a singular... Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Because it does need to be fairly roundish, but you don't have to, you know, make it like a perfect round at all, and a little gnarliness does help in places. But yeah, so I'll take all of this now up to the top layer and fill it all in. Well, here we go. We're looking over now from the Evil Castle base, and to be fair, if all you wanted to do now was get rid of that stick underneath, I wouldn't blame you. You'd be slightly lazy in my opinion, but I would not blame you, because basically you could now just take this all the way down like... Oh, no, let's use the proper dirt, like that. A few more. Right, and this now could be done. You could say, right, that is perfectly good enough. I need nothing more from a floating island. But this isn't good enough for us, is it? There are a few final touches that you can add just to your island that you will enjoy in the long run. So first thing you're going to need to do is pick up a couple of materials. So what I have picked up is string, glowstone, vines, and quartz slabs. Now, the glowstone's fairly obvious. You're going to need to pillar up in places of your choosing, and just replace every now and then a block with a glowstone. That is easy peasy, you know. I mean, it's a bit of a pain coming back up and down using different pillars to do that, but it's not going to hurt, and it definitely looks better. You can see everything a lot nicer at night time using the glowstone like this. I mean, you could torch it if you wanted, but I think that the glowstone actually looks quite nice. Now the second, and this is also a pain, but you might as well do it anytime that you come up and get a glowstone in, add a vine. Now those are going to grow down. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do until they have grown down, so you just let them grow a little bit, find a little nice place for them to go. There's another nice one there because it's going to come straight out here, another here we might say, and another here, but that'll do us, we'll say, just for now. But they need to grow really before you can do anything more with them. Let's have one somewhere near the middle as well. And then around the top here we're going to set up a perimeter. Now I've tried circles, perfect circles all the way around, and I don't really like them. But what I do like is going, now if we go 1, 2, 3, all the way from the edge here, and what you need to do is have basically a 2-block gap the whole way round. So you don't have to do it exactly like that, but I think that looks best. Try and keep it as smooth a line as you can, but mostly 2 away. I don't fill in the corners myself because I don't think it looks as nice. Well, it hasn't other times I've done it, but you might disagree, and you might want very much to have a solid band all the way around the outside. But I will move around now with this. Look, as you can see, I could go straight in there, or I could try and make it match up to about 2 here. So if I fall in, let's come out by 2. Oh. Right, so there's 2 from that. Is it? That's 1. That's 2 from that corner over there. So that's only 1 in from here. Let's try coming across a couple. Let's try coming across a couple here. Now that looks too far out for me, so let's move across into here. And you can see again that we're just moving around by 2 blocks. This one's going to get a little closer here, but that doesn't matter. And yeah, I am going to go all the way around now, and we will have a look at this again. Well, we have that ring now going perfectly all the way around the island, and I don't even know why that looks cool. It reminds me of things like, what's the film? Avatar? Things like that. But while we're waiting for these incredibly slow vines, another nice thing is to put in just a little bit of the old bushes here and there, as Corrales may say it. But just here and there, adding a little bit of green, adding a little bit of interest. Again, it looks nice. It doesn't have to be everywhere. It doesn't have to be hardly anywhere at all, really. But just chucking in a couple here and just here and there just looks nice. It makes it look like it's more alive, growing, like a real part of your world. And see, that could probably do just fine. Oh no, maybe a little touch on this side here as well. But again, we don't want much. Just a little something, just to make it look, again, as I said before, like it's green and growing. So yeah, that'll do just nicely. Boom. In the meantime, I'm going to have to wait now for these vines to grow to show you the last little bitty bob. So now we've got what is basically just a big hairy mess, but it's all grown and we're ready to go. So we need to come in here, and places that you find pleasing to the eye, we need to be adding some string. Now the string will stop the vines from growing any further than they have already. Let's take it up to there. What's this last one? Down to there. And some can be long, some can be short, some can be very long. But it looks better. the more messed up it is, to be fair. So just knock them in anywhere you like. Take a couple right up if you like, some right down. This all looks very square around here, so let's take a bit right up to the top, I think. God, getting the flipping lag spikes now. My poor old laptop! There we go. Let's take it a little further than that. So that's kind of done. I mean, well, maybe take this up a little higher here. In fact, all of this a little higher. So it just it doesn't want to all be too even. Uneven is the best here. And now, honestly, you could say you were done. On top, you can obviously build whatever you like. I have a few different designs that I've done. If you'd like to see them in future episodes, then you let me know. I will do this, but only if I get the comments and the likes and such. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you liked the video, please press that like button. It helps me out so much. Check out my Twitter, which is at the bottom, if you so wish and want to find out about my videos first. But thank you again, and I will see you in the next Let's Build.